Hey Gabe Stans, we are back. Welcome to another episode. I'm glad you're back. Today we're kind of going to dive into the psychology of Gabe. We're going to dive into what makes him who he is. Like, what made up the man that stands before us now. So before we get into that, I'm going to kind of cover what goes into that. Like, what goes into making a person who they are. So a few of these things are their personality, their traits, their values, their life experiences, their upbringing, their cultural background, their personality, like their personal interests, and then their skills, right? All these things go into making their personality. So we're going to break that down for you today and just like explore that a little bit. Like we already know a few of these things. Like we know his personal interests, we know his skills, we know a few of his traits. Like we know these things. Like personal interests, that would be like photography, trains, like his YouTube channel. Like these are all his personal interests, okay? Skills, those are like photography also, picking up women, just like having riz. Like these are skills, you know what I mean? Like having charisma is definitely a skill that has to be honed over time. Gabe has just had that time, clearly, and like he's had many, many experiences with many, many women. Like we know these things, right? So a few of these things that we're going to cover are like his upbringing, what it was like, his cultural background, like what parts of his childhood still affect him to this day, what are some things that he regrets, what are some things he's proud of, and then at the end we're going to like ask him what experiences changed his views on like crucial things today. And we're going to talk about his values and like what traits he thinks defines him, because we need this information in order to analyze the psychology, in order to kind of understand him better, right? We have to understand what makes him who he is before we try to emulate that, before we try to become that. We first need to understand the man behind the stance. We need to understand his psychology. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to get him on the phone, ask him a few questions, and just have a good time. Hey Gabe, welcome back to the podcast.
What's up, everybody?
Yes, we are back at it, guys. So Gabe, today what we're kind of going to talk about is how can our stands be more like you? So what we're going to talk about today is kind of like some background information about you to see if we can, piece some things together, see how we can be more like you. So first of all, our first question on the list is, what was your upbringing like? Like, was it low key? Was there like a lot going on? Like, what did that look like for you?
It was like low key chilling.
That's good. That's good. So nothing super like negative or positive, just like kind of like in between.
It was positive, like very positive, like good in life.
That's good. And then what's your cultural background like? Like I know we all know I think you're Caucasian, but like anything else in there? Anything that like significantly impacted your childhood?
Not really. I am not Caucasian. I don't know who said that, but
What are you then, Gabe? For any
I'm
fans
like
wondering.
I only like 1% Puerto Rican, but I don't know what else nationality for
Okay.
now.
Okay, 1% Puerto Rican. Okay. Is there any part of that, like maybe having that 1% Puerto Rican that really affected your childhood at all? Like
Mm,
your upbringing?
no, not really.
Okay. Okay, guys, as you can see from this clip so far, Gabe has had a pretty simple life, right? He hasn't had a whole lot. Maybe he's had some adversity to overcome with the 1% Puerto Rican, but no one can truly know for sure. No one can truly know the traumas that Gabe may have repressed in, that intellectual mind of his. But for now, we're just going to have to assume that that wasn't a super huge impact, however, that may impact his life. Okay, so on to the next couple questions. What is something that you would say you regret? Like something you regret and then something you're proud of?
I regret having a relationship with Isabella, even though that was her idea.
Yeah. Anything specific you regret or just like overall, like it was like the wrong person, didn't work out?
Nah, it was just like the wrong choice. I don't know why she like asked me that in the first place.
Yeah. For anyone who's wondering, like for the Gabe stands, why did you guys end up breaking up? Like what happened around that? Like what caused that?
She needed more time or something. I was like, okay, that's fine with me. I
Oh,
was like, I really wouldn't care if she needed more time.
yeah. How would you address the cheating rumors that she cheated on you?
She there was like few rumors saying she was cheating on me. It's like if she did, then that ain't loyal at all. I wouldn't accept that.
Yeah. Are those rumors true? Can you confirm or deny those?
It was kind of true, but like from my perspective, it was not. But she really needed more time with the Lord.
Oh, yeah. That's good. That's good.
Hmm.
Respect for that. Okay. And then what's one thing you're proud of?
I am proud. Like I'm so proud in life. Like I'm thankful for like Tina right now.
That's good. What is one life experience that changed your view on something that was important to you? Like something that kind of like changed maybe your mindset or maybe like your view on life, like something that changed that. Was there anything like that?
Um, I really haven't said this, but like Tina has changed me a lot since
Oh,
usual.
what kind of ways has she changed you?
Like she's just like the positivity in her and like her personality just like already got me like to be like so like positive in life. Like I'm already am positive. So like it
Oh,
just felt like I felt like a gift from God. Like that's what it is.
that's so good. So, what we can learn from this is, keep our lives simple. Another thing we can look at this is how much Tina has changed him already, right? It has been a few weeks, okay, not very long at all, and we can already see just the incredible just love he has for this girl. And I think we can learn a lot from that. I think it can teach us to love others well. Don't let your past regrets, don't let your like old love lives, don't let your old heartbreaks hold you back from loving the next person to the fullest extent. We can really take that away when we look at Gabe's life experiences. He has never let anyone get him down. He has never let any heartbreak or girl stop him from following his dreams. His train photography has only gotten better, has only gotten more girls. Like, we can all learn from this. Don't let your past hold you back from your future. I think we can really, really see that in the way that Gabe talks about his life. Moving on from this, let's discuss what fuels Gabe, what keeps him going. Let's go back to Gabe and ask him some more questions. Gabe holds himself to some pretty good standards. He's chill, he's kind, he's loving, and he wants us to do the same. He wants us to be good representations of him when we go out into the world. Okay, we need to let our Gabe lights shine bright, but we also need to make sure that our lights shine just as bright. Gabe constantly insists that it is much more important for us to be ourselves than it is for us to be like him. A very, very honorable thing for a man like him to say. For a guy of his stature and his intelligence and his just charisma and, just overall, just like this gorgeous man is telling us that it's okay for us, mere stands, to be ourselves, that is truly honorable. And I think in honor of that, it is our job to live up to these standards that Gabe has set for us. It is our job to make sure that we let our lights shine just as bright as his. And he wants us to be ourselves, no matter who that is. Let your lights shine bright, Gabe stands.
If you don't be yourself, then like I'm sorry, but you're out of luck.
In our final few minutes together, Gabe warns against identity theft.
Yeah, be yourself, but if you try acting like that same person, you're gonna get yourself in trouble. Like you can't like impersonate anybody else. Like you gotta be yourself.
Thanks for tuning into another podcast, Gabe Stands. Subscribe, comment, and ring that little notification bell to keep them coming.
Well, my advice is like keep your dreams going. Do not let anybody ruin them. And like think about the positive. Don't think about the negative.